Hi, everybody. Welcome to the finale of our Magnus Archives game, our charity game raising money for Doctors Without Borders. I'm really excited. I hope you're all excited. So without further ado, let's say, hey, hi, who we are, where you can find us, and we'll do all the other things and get going from there. Who would like to go first and introduce themselves? Wait, actually, no. Happy birthday to
The
Eva!
birthday!
Yeah!
Yo.
So if you want to go first, you can go first.
I can go first. Hello, my darlings and dears. It's your Madam Eva here, and today is the 33rd year around the sun for me. Tonight, I'm going to be playing Jansel Karga. She is an enigmatic occultist who solves mysteries, and we both use she, her pronouns. And I'll popcorn it over to the one with the fabulous sunglasses, Pablo.
Thank you. I have these like really cute earrings that are not showing up. Like you see this shit?
Oh my god,
You
I
see this
love
shit?
those.
They're not
Monster
showing up
High
on
vibes.
streams. And no small part because of my huge gamer headset. What's up, everyone? It's Pablo. I'm just here. I'm chilling. I'm happy to be invited to the party. Today I have a beverage. This is sort of like as like white trash as my heritage takes me. This is wine with soda. It's called Calimocho. It's popular in northern Spain if you're like 12. And I love it.
I thought you were going to say wine from a box.
It was the cheapest bottle of dessert wine that they offered at the duty-free last time I went to Spain.
Hell yeah.
And on that note,
Hell
I'll
yeah.
pass it on to MK.
Hey everybody, I'm MK, pronouns they, she, and I am playing Theo Gallagher, the somewhat stabby but never crabby brave protector who helps his friends, our rowing club himbo, from Cambridge, from wherever, from all of the places, but none of it matters so much as being at the Magnus Institute with his delightful friends. And, in that regard, round us out, Younès.
Wow, lovely. Hi everybody, I'm Younès, using they them pronouns, and today I'm playing Swan Black, who is, according to my character sheet, an enigmatic investigator who practically lives online. But honestly, for me, what they are is a paranoid, there was another para word that I forgot. It was not paratrooper. Paranormal investigator.
I thought you were going to say paranoid.
Yeah. I did say paranoid.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I heard right. But yes, hey everybody. I'm also Mary, your amazing game master, your mistress of spooks. Before we get started, we're raising money for Doctors Without Borders. I didn't put it in chat yet, but I'm going to put !donate. This is your last chance to help us raise money. We're $45 from our $1,400 goal. Definitely give our players assets, and I'll allow ciphers and critical successes. I don't need any natural ones, but if you want to give them stuff, do it up. I'm going to pin that for everybody, and I have been off my game for this campaign because I usually ask people who wants to do the recap, but I'll do the recap super quick. So, last session, our players finished up business at Literary Crafts, and basically people left with 2 books. Jansel purchased one, and Swan ended up with one in their bag somehow. We don't know where it came from, but the Swan read that later that evening, and turns out it is a book of fucked up constellations that after going through it, they can suddenly see in the dark. By the way, Swan, it has since worn off. Unless you redo it again, it has worn off like in about a day. So yeah, and then they also had stars in their eyes. It was really creepy and fucked up. Theo had a nightmare and tried to drown themselves in their bathtub when they woke up, and basically had a huge ass panic attack where he then called Elena, and they had just a vent session and just a heart-to-heart in her car. And then they turned on all the lights in his house and stayed up for the rest of the evening. Feel like that is not new for Elena. But Theo did not get any sleep, and neither did Elena. That morning, before going to Theo's uncle's house, the group went to Aitor's apartment. Looks like it's still semi-lived in. There was a lot of things like moved around. There's a lot of garbage. Swan stole their laptop. Unfortunately, there was a passcode on it. And Jansel once again talked with the walls and was able to determine that Aitor has been intermittently coming back, but has not been there since they made their statement on July 9th. And last but not least, our group went to Theo's uncle's house, Uncle Leo, who is basically like a collector, a hobby guy, an autistic nerd, and who ended up with some unreleased, unedited copies, or so he claimed, of some movies of Casey Parrish's. They got food, they got drinks and stuff like that, a couple vegetable platters, and they started watching movies. There were 3. They only made it through about 1.5. The first one, kind of boring. It was just basically footage of going through a graveyard, a mausoleum. And before the second one started, Jansel went to go leave and talk to the walls, and took Theo with her so he didn't have to watch anything. Bless. Jansel basically got some creepy vibes while everyone else was watching the movie, and it turns out CP2, the cassette was called and labeled, essentially was a film of something moving through Uncle Leo's house and had everyone captivated on the big screen. There was, when it finally, we saw all of our player characters' faces watching the big screen, something dark and carapaced came up from behind them, at which point Elena screamed, stabbed the projector screen, and essentially a fight broke out. Swan almost got stabbed. Theo got stabbed in place of Swan. Elena threw some ink on the projector screen, which basically made the actual thing visible in the material, and Jansel stabbed a film projector with a hunting knife, which she has a hunting knife. Everybody is scarred even more. Anything anyone would like to add to that?
Let's go caving.
Yeah, it's
That's a logical progression.
It was a really nice kind of build-up. I mean, I don't mean to do give a commentary. We did that at the end of last session, but just like, so it was a nice build-up. I feel like we kind of hit the ground running into the combat part of it.
Yeah. So apparently,
just know the knife is coming with me.
Oh, absolutely. Apparently, CP3 is just tape of Rick Astley's "Never Gonna Give You Up," but pitched down.
Yeesh.
Of course.
Yeah. So over the course of a couple days after the incident in Uncle Leo's, Theo, your uncle's not doing great. He does text you back to every once in a while to say he's alive, but also that he has nightmares and he hasn't been sleeping. Which fair.
Very fair. Theo texts him back just kind of on occasion, just, checking in, promising a future hangout sesh to kind of vent, dissociate, whatever you got to do.
He also texts you a lot to make sure you're alive.
Consistently letting him know I'm still alive. Got a few weird looks at the urgent care, but
You have had time to rest, get your stitches in, Theo, for your shoulder. Jansel, you have been able to hand in the tapes to the artifact storage department and do a short catch up to Christine. Christine hasn't been there, but you were able to send her an email memo about what's been going on. But now the 4 of you have made the trek, the 2-hour trek by car, which I can only assume Elena's car is barely making it.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I thought you were going to talk about like the amount of clutter that everyone needs to step on in order to like properly sit in the car, and just kind of like that stuff's not important. You can just kind of like
Everybody's feet are like up, like their knees are up towards like the back of the chair because you're like their feet are like on garbage and junk. It's so good.
it hurts to think about.
Your emotional support junk. It's 2 hours to the Davy Pyrite Mines. You did have to trespass a little bit to get to the cave. So tell me about the trip. That's the trip there, and we'll pick up in front of this gaping mouthed hole in the earth, ringed with stones that look like teeth. I think the most important question I have, though, is who's riding shotgun?
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Okay.
I just like the image of Theo in the back seat, really, with his knees like up like this.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry. Jansel knows how to, like, because of the whole possession shit that happened when she was younger, she knows how to contort herself. So she is pressed super far forward in the front seat to give you more space. And you just hear her, like, very softly singing opera. You don't know how she knows opera, but it's just very, like, above a whisper, just random Latin.
Random Latin. Love it.
Yes. Guys, we're gonna be okay. Jansel's like she's chanting for us. It's great.
I think she's singing Lorem Ipsum's, which is scary right now.
Love a callback.
Yeah.
Is the glove box singing back? Is a question in chat. If it is, I'd put it there.
Is your radio in the glove box?
I don't think so.
But yeah, give me a quick picture of what's going on as before we pick up in front of the cave. How's the hike? How's everything?
I think Elena's just like making sure to insist multiple times on the whole buddy system of it all.
Yeah, and also, is everybody okay? Like, how do you feel going into like this last part of the investigation, especially after what happened last episode?
Oh, I think Theo, I mean, along with handing everyone like bottles of water and protein bars, has been kind of like just doing like check-ins on just like, since his beloved friends seem to have a habit of either like getting possessed, offering to be possessed, reading possessed books, investigating other possessed things. He's just kind of very like head on a swivel, looking out for everyone, keeping an eye on things, checking to make sure everyone feels as baseline as they can be. And I think probably at one point, either during the trip or before the trip, I think he probably does have a bit of a sidebar just real quick with Elena, just to kind of check in on post-movie moment, just to see how she's doing.
I think that she like gives you like her kind of usual smile and nod, but she's like, bad, pretty bad. It's horrible. Anything can kill us at any given moment, and there's nothing we can do to protect ourselves. And I'm going to lie to myself and pretend that I have some semblance of control over the situation. How are you doing?
Well, turns out we're both really good at boxes. So he'll just give your hand kind of same reassuring squeeze you gave him in the car.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
I think the attitude that Elena gives is very much one of like pushing forward, right? Of just kind of like, okay, like overbearing mom vibes aside, like I really am just kind of like, let's cover our bases. Like the moment that shit gets fucked up, we're just gonna back out of there to whatever extent that we can. We're just gonna be very careful. But I think that she is moving with intent. She's not dragging her feet or anything about it.
I think Jansel, for the last couple of days, everyone has noticed that she doesn't nap as often as she used to. And because she doesn't nap as often as she used to, she's very more vibrant. She has pep in her step. That does not translate to hiking. She still is an indoors person who has decent amount of stamina, but not for hiking. So she goes as far as she can, and then eventually Theo will probably have to like piggyback her.
Oh yeah, he's ready.
Or bridal care, like throw her over the shoulder.
Fireman's
Like,
carry, let's go.
Yeah.
And Swan?
I think Swan is
Piled on top of Jansel.
One on each shoulder.
Oh my
Right.
god, yes.
Sorry.
yeah. This is the Himbo Tower we live for. I think Swan is definitely tired, and also like very focused. It's like we're going to the source of the issues. We're going to get possibly some answers, and I think Swan is once again like lost in the mystery. Has a way to forget everything that is stressful about this, everything that is like life risking. At some point during the travel, I believe that Swan might have been able to use the show must go on cipher, which allows us as a group to spot something like they say here a hard hat, and even later something to sneak in somewhere and not be noticed. And I think that's like us crossing the um, the barrier to wherever we have to go. I think Swan
Yeah.
found a way to slip in without being noticed, and hopefully taking
The
note of
area
this for the
isn't
way
like
back.
manned or anything. It's very much like in the middle of the woods, no trespassing signs and stuff like that. So maybe like an official looking, just slapping a sticker of a forestry service to the side of Elena's car or something.
Whatever works. Whatever works.
Some official looking badges. Clipboards. Clipboards will always help.
This is very useful. As always, also because we are still like on an archivist department mission, I think Swan is using their microphone, their camera, like running at all times, just like to record the whole process.
Okay.
And there's like one piece of hardware they're not going to use because they don't need it anymore because they have something better. And this is why they're going to offer their night vision goggles to Theo and be like, hey, I don't need this anymore. I know that you hate the dark. It's for you, buddy.
Oh.
Just a gift to my best friend.
Is this the book?
No, the book's
actually-
for me.
Goggles.
I was like, wait, what? I was like, Theo doesn't want the book. Never mind. Theo's like, amazing. Hey, great. Oh, when do I put them on?
Those are goggles. You put them on your eyes.
Okay. Right. No, dive. Cool. All right. I'm ready.
Cool.
Let's
Does-
go. Night vision
Excellent.
besties.
Does
Yay.
Swan use the book again?
Of fucking course. We are learning about stars, baby.
I do need you take 1 point of stress, supernatural
Mhm.
stress, and I need you to keep track of how many times you use this book, okay?
All right. Yeah, for sure.
Cool. Yeah.
It's written down.
Yeah. We will fast forward a little bit after some hiking. Thankfully, you didn't encounter anyone who's like, get out of my lawn, get off my property. But you are standing in front of this cave, and I know, Pablo, you wanted to do something before going in.
Yeah, I'm gonna try not to take up huge amounts of time with this. All right. I'm gonna head on over to the entrance of this cave, and just like right by the entrance, I'm just gonna look for like a section of wall that looks like relatively flat. I'm just gonna like set down a bunch of junk from my backpack, taking out some crayons, taking out some sidewalk chalk. Okay, a freshly purchased votive candle. And I start making like a crude drawing based on the image on the candle. So it's like a tall skeleton with a scythe in one hand and a set of scales in the other. And we're talking like probably Theo height. Like, this is pretty tall Fem Grim Reaper. And while I'm drawing this, I go, so if you read academic theory, don't fucking talk to me. But if you read academic theory, you might describe Santa Muerte as syncretic, which is just a word that means it's a combination of things. But all religions are syncretic. And also, this saint it's just kind of, she's blown up in living memory, right? So I'm Puerto Rican, and Holy Death is a Mexican folk saint. My mom got into it because her Mexican best friend slash hairdresser brought her practices with her when she moved to South Florida, and they became besties. Then I stand up, and I turn to look at the camera, and I go, cultural exchange is when two people sort of exchange beliefs or goods or, ideas, concepts, technology instead of one side taking it. And then I turn to the group and I go, anyway, so my mom taught her to fry plantains. Is probably a fair trade, I think. Associated with drug cartels. She has a popular following amongst all outcasts and anyone who faces death on a regular basis. I'm going to ask her to keep us safe in here, and I'm going to make an offering. You're supposed to offer something that you personally enjoy. If any of you want to do the same, you're welcome to join me. And I carefully remove the tin foil from a rather large plate, and I set down a tray of fried plantains with a little square of cheese placed in the center of each one. And then I open up my phone, I log into Logistics Hunter, and I delete my account.
No,
I'm not going to need it in the fucking morgue.
you were mission level. You were so far ahead. I spent hours for you.
How do you think I feel about it?
But you're right, you won't need it in the morgue.
Okay. Swan follows Helena and pulls out a French passport, and they're like, I don't need this identity anymore. I think I clung to it because it was one of the last thing that had not been stolen about my previous life. But the truth is, I left it aside for a reason, and I don't want to cling to all things. I want to go forward. And they said their French passport in the next to. Actually, I was about to say next to Helena's phone, but I'm hoping Helena is not dropping her phone in on the altar. So just like dropping a French passport here, intending to leave it.
Jansel is gonna walk up next to Elena, and first she's just like, I think the audience is going to really appreciate the lesson that you're trying to teach them. It was very insightful. Thank you. And she pulls from her pocket a rosary. I had this for another character, so just sitting here.
That is a very pretty rosary.
Thank you. It's for my cleric in D&D years ago. But I'm not strongly religious, but there's certain comforts, and this gave my mom comfort when I was dealing with the haunting and the possession, and then with the exorcism, and it brings me comfort. But I'm feeling a lot better ever since I traded away my anger. I don't think I need it. I should be fine.
This seems normal and sustainable.
And she puts it down, and then she also is going to pull out from her other pocket. I also want to be cool like you, so I have my own weird glasses. They're butterflies.
I love
amazing.
it. Also, this is so uncomfortable to play in.
All right. Yeah, no. I mean, I think Theo's eye twitches genuinely at this point now every time someone says they're gonna be fine. But he kind of kneels down. He's not sure quite what the decorum is, so he's just gonna kind of kneel down, and he pulls out just kind of this very like old kind of cheap metal with a blue ribbon attached to it, um and a photograph of him and another boy, both on kayaks, and they're waving at the camera. So this is the first medal I ever won for rowing. It's my first 800. It's my first team. And this is Chris and I on vacation with his grandma. And I really held on to this team and everything about it, but I think I need a new team, and I think I've got a really good one. So, Santa Muerte, you can have that.
Sweet.
That says
All
right. We're the new team. Cool.
After everyone's done with their offering, I'm just like stalling and I'm looking sheepish and humming and hawing and like I think I genuinely look more self-conscious than you've seen me at any point up until here in the story. And then I like kneel and I close my eyes and I say, Niña Blanca, Santísima Madrina, bro. Sufrir es sufrir, pero no temo a la muerte. Te suplico que, pase lo que pase, les protejas a mis amigas. Son unas perdidas y tienen la cosa al garete, pero les quiero más de lo que soy capaz de decirles. Y si haces esto por mí, todo y todo, mi alma, mi ser, mi yo. Si las cuidas, seré tuya, ultratumba. And as much as I love doing sneaky shit, I'm going to go ahead and post what I just wrote, what I just said in English in the Twitch chat and in the Zoom chat.
I will read that later.
She has a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun facts about Santa Muerte as of the last 7 days. She has a lot of fun nicknames. I like Pale Girl.
That was great.
But also just Skinny.
Is
think that's
bro
fun.
one of her nicknames?
No,
Okay,
that's a
making
personal.
sure.
That's a personal modification. Yeah.
I figured, but I wanted to ask.
If you can DM that to me, Pablo, I'm also going to put that translation in the YouTube description as well later.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I also just like didn't want it to be sort of a VOD exclusive kind of thing.
Oh yeah, no, I'll make sure I'll put it
Mhm.
somewhere readable. All right. The four of you, now that you have taken care of business on the outside, step across the threshold into the calling cave. And as soon as the four of you cross that threshold, the temperature drops. It is cold. It's summer, and caves are cooler, but this is like an unnatural drop. But other than that, you don't see anything out of place as you begin to walk. What is the marching order? What are y'all doing? Give me the vibes.
Theo is bringing up the rear for sure.
Okay.
He's keeping an eye on all three ahead of him.
Also, I forgot to mention it. I told you this is why I write shit down in my notes. You enter horror mode as you guys enter the caves.
Yay. I love it when that happens.
Jansel's favorite time.
I think Elena wants to go first.
I'll go second because I have a camera, so I need to record stuff. We have too many people in front. Which means that Helena will be the character of this movie, I think.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm dressed the part. We're talking the small child headset with the little pink owl up here and the little pink owl lantern. We're talking the pink knee pads and elbow pads and the tank top that reads, "The character appearing in this tank top is fictitious. Any resemblance to a real person living or dead is purely coincidental." Which, if anyone asks about it, she says, "It's to keep them on their fucking toes."
I'm on my toes.
I just brought a really heavy oar that I could hit things with in case we needed to.
A knife and an EMF reader.
my next question is who has, first of all, who's carrying lights and who has lights? Like, who's currently using them and who has them on their person?
I've got some.
Okay.
I would say Theo probably hasn't put on the night goggles yet, but he's got them kind of like prepped, and he has a flashlight.
And Jansel and Swan.
I think
Can I
Swan
make
doesn't
the-
need one. Sorry, go on, Jansel.
True.
Can I make an argument that the EMF detector has a little like light on top of it, so it's like a tiny light?
Yeah, that's fair.
Cool,
You can
lit.
have it like that, and also you can just duct tape one to the
Hell yeah. E.
So yeah, I think Swan doesn't need one, but has like the light coming from the camera, which is like very, very bare bones. And possibly has a flashlight because we have 4 of them, just in case.
Yeah.
It doesn't use it.
Yeah, with your eyesight, you can see as far as the tunnel will go. It's like, you know how light works. The farther away something is, the darker it gets. It's just how it works. But you can see if there is like a curve at the end of the tunnel where you're walking, you can see right up to that curve until you turn the corner. It's unnerving with how clear everything is. It's a lot. It's very clearly supernatural. And you're walking down the road, the tunnel, and it's very similar to what Aitor said in their statement, that there's no turns, there's no twists, it's a single corridor.
It's going all the way then. Do any of you hear any whistles?
Do we?
Yes. It comes up very slowly. And I don't know if it's hearable, but I have put it on the background in the music.
Oh, I picked up on it.
You picked up on it. I'm glad. That makes me happy. But eventually you do hear between your footsteps and between the water dripping deeper in the cave, you eventually hear a weird, eerie whistling around you. And it echoes.
Does it ever get loud?
No, it goes in and out. It doesn't seem to be getting closer, but it's definitely not getting farther.
It would be weird to whistle back, right?
We've done weirder things.
Yeah. Stay close, please, everyone.
Yeah.
And as you're walking, and as Theo says that, Theo, you don't really notice this. No, not Theo. Elena, I'm sorry. Elena, you don't notice this because you're up front. But Theo, Jansel, and Swan, the 4 of you have been walking more or less in sync, in a single file line. But the person ahead of you, their strides seem to be getting longer. And the person in front of you seems to be getting farther away from you.
Like the person directly in front of us, or Elena seems to be getting further ahead?
Whoever is in front of you, that distance seems to be widening between each person.
Okay. So Theo would be seeing Jansel getting ahead. Hey, everybody, pull back. Jansel, where are you going?
And when Theo speaks, you all hear this, but it is much farther as it echoes down the tunnel.
Okay, stopping, turning around. Everyone seems to be farther away than they should be.
Yes, and not just like a couple feet. I'm talking like at the edge of your flashlight visibility. Except, and this will affect everybody except Swan, who can see everybody within eyesight.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Theo's gonna jog ahead then to catch back up. And I think he's gonna try and reach out with his little orb bat thing and try to just kind of like, almost like trying to like hook. He's not a hook, but he's gonna try and kind of maybe just like hook onto whoever the first person in front of him, try to hook onto Jansel.
So I'm gonna give everyone an experience point for this, because that's what experience points are for. So the GM can do things. So instead of giving out 2, I'm just gonna give everybody 1. So you know how in a dream, when you're running and you seem like you're not getting any closer. It's that. No matter how quickly you're moving, how fast, how long your strides are, and let's be real here, Theo has really long strides compared to everybody else. You cannot get closer.
Guys, get back, please. Hey, guys, don't leave me alone. Come back here.
What is everyone else's reaction as you can clearly see Theo trying to catch up with you? But
I think
it's almost like a zooming effect. You're being shunted backwards as he's trying to move forwards.
even if we just stopped,
Even if you stop.
yeah, because I think Jansel would just stay in place.
I think I'm gonna reach out to the side of the wall and try to like see if I can perceive like the limits of this effect. Like where does it start? Like even just making like a notch on the wall
Yeah.
every so often and trying to see if I can like catch where it starts to extend space.
I will say make a perception or intelligence type check, like a logic check or a perception check of some sort.
I don't have shit, so it's just gonna be intellect.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll put 1 effort into it. That's a 12 with 1 effort.
So that is a challenge 15. As you're looking around and like making notches, as like, are you moving or are you just like trying to just look around?
Yeah, I'm moving. I'm calling out to Theo. I'm telling everyone everything is going to be okay, etc.
I will say this. It is in no way a effect that has a clear line end, which makes it's easy to draw the conclusion that this is very supernatural, very dangerous, and potentially reality bending inside where you are right now.
Lena, do you want to react to this?
I didn't hear what you said, sorry.
Do you want to take the time to react to this?
To
React.
React to this?
Sorry.
I think she's a little bit like paralyzed in fear, and she's just like telling everyone how it's going to be okay. And you know what? Maybe we just start heading back to the cave entrance. Maybe we should all just start like backtracking. But while she's doing this, she's like trembling and just taking very slow steps to try and see if this just ends.
Okay. Swan is going to show to the others, guys, it might be like quicksands. It might be something that takes effect if you start moving. If we stop moving and look at each other, I don't know, it's like in the movies, right? Like they only do stuff when you can't see or when you're moving. Theo, do you have a rope on you?
Can I say I do?
Yeah, I would
For
say.
purposes of,
Oh
we
yeah.
all probably have one for spelunking.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah,
then
rope. Every adventure is rope.
everybody got rope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, it feels like the cave wants to separate us. It makes sense. That's what Aitor was going through. Like you're going through a loop. If you have anybody else with you, they'll be able to bring you out of the loop. So I'm guessing the cave wants us to be alone first. It will be amazing if we could find a way to attach ourselves to each other right now. It means that we'll get to stay together unless anything cuts the cord. Do you think we can do that? Theo, I saw you running before and you didn't get closer to us. So I'm guessing...
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, go on.
I was gonna say, I think Theo is still running.
Okay, Theo, you need to stop running, buddy.
And as if he hasn't stopped running, he has gotten farther away from all of you. And like, if you're looking back at Theo, because he said he took up the back, and if you look back at whoever you're next to in the line, you're farther.
Oh, fuck. So the distance between Theo and Jansel is much greater than the distance between me and Jansel, right? Okay, theory confirmed. It's quicksand. If you move, it gets worse. Don't move.
And at that, I think, Theo, at this point, you lose sight of everybody else, and you're alone.
Ah, shit.
Theo is panicked, and as soon as I think is when he loses sight of everyone, he slows down and he kind of stops because no, they need me. They need someone to have their back. They need me. Okay, it's okay. Just, all right, he's gonna kind of he reaches for the glasses. I think he's at least, the first thing he's going to do is just try and like get to the point where he can see in the dark. So he's gonna put on his glasses and just take a look and see if in the dark, knowing they've gotten ahead, does he see anything ahead?
Cave.
Okay.
Ah, shit.
Out of character, I'm turning off the whistling sound because it is way too much audio stimulation. Just to pretend it's still going.
Sure.
Okay. So then Theo is going to just kind of put a hand on the wall and just keep moving forward. Slowly.
Okay.
And he's going to spend I think he's going to try and calm himself down a little bit. Like he's just going to, I think he might have heard quicksand before he lost everyone.
Yeah.
And so he's just kind of like very like hand on the wall, even kind of like a slow shuffle step.
All right. While you do that, Swan, with your magic eye vision that you can see in the dark, I think you said you're in the sandwich right now between Elena and Jansel. As you're looking around, like back and forth between the two of them, as well as where Theo used to be, you do notice something out of the corner of your eye. You see another passageway directly to your left. And down at the end, clear as day, you can see on the wall an eye looking at you.
Wall, organic, not drawn.
An eye on the wall, probably like 20 feet deep. Is inside this other tunnel next to you, see an eye at the far wall staring at you, and as you catch sight of it, it blinks. And you can see things moving in the iris of it as you stare at each other.
What's moving in the iris?
You're too far away, you can't tell.
I need to know. I need to know what's in the eye. I get closer.
Elena and Jansel, you see Swan walk perpendicular and disappear.
Ooh. Cool.
The wall's consumed.
Swan, as you're walking closer down this new cave tunnel, all of a sudden, what you thought were bare walls, more eyes open of different sizes, different iris colors, as they blink and they stare at you. And every single iris, and like in the whites of the eye, it's basically everywhere except the pupil, you see the same image. It is of Eugene, their hair perfectly coiffed back, in a nice looking suit, in the boardroom of their father's company, talking with their father and, you know, other CEOs and managers and business folks on the board, seeming to make some kind of presentation.
Why are you showing me this? That's not me anymore. You stole this life from me, right? No, no, no. That's not right. I left it purposefully. Why are you showing me this?
The eyes blink, and at some point you see Eugene look, and all of these eyes, right, are looking at this scene from different angles. But at one point, this Eugene in the eyes looks directly at the eye at you with just a small smile, and you hear your voice. You did leave it behind, but it still bothers you.
And I've got something better right now.
Do you? Then why are you so obsessed looking for answers?
Because it's in my nature. I need to know. If you were me, you'd know why, but you're not me. So you don't know why. Why are you here? Why are you watching me? What do you get from this?
There is just a smile as all of the eyes at once close, and you are
Fuck
left in the
Fuck.
dark. Elena and Jansel, how you doing?
I've been thinking a lot about how I said I deleted my
Your thing?
my character, my count. I didn't say what I did with my phone. I think what probably is like most poetic is like I gave up my personal phone and I have a work phone.
That's fair.
I think I'm going to try and do some witchy stuff.
Okay.
And so I have downloaded a YouTube video. Don't ask me how. I have my ways. I downloaded a YouTube video of like some like testimonial of a bunch of people talking about like how Santa Muerte changed their life. And how like as long as you have faith in her, she'll her miracles, she'll act like pretty immediately. Um and it's just like a chorus of different voices that are shouting out into the void. And she just like lifts up her phone, and I think she tries to use this in order to try and push back at the effect that's going on here. Can I roll something about this?
Yeah, I will say it'll be, I guess the equivalent would be a force of belief or force of personality check. So I will say that would be some kind of int-based check. Oh, perfect for Elena. An intimidation check.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. I am trained in that, and I'm gonna use a point of effort because obviously. So that's cool. So that's used by 2. Elena's most powerful spell, YouTube online download ad. Don't ask what I had to get through to get this technology.
I've downloaded YouTube videos. It's fine.
Yeah, it's youtube.mp3.com. No, I rolled a 5. I'm going to spend a point of effort to re-roll it.
You mean XP?
I'm not going to take this. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not going to
absolutely.
take this lying down. I don't remember how much XP I have. How much XP do I have?
I think you have like 3.
I have 3. Yeah, I do have it written down. Okay, so now I have 2. I'm going to re-roll this. That's 4.
Yeah, I don't. So what I'm going to say is the effect of this will be apparent in a moment. I want to
Cool.
go over to
Great.
Jansel
Love
super
that.
quick. Hey, Jansel.
Yeah.
As you are in this, give me a little thought of what Jansel is thinking about and like what's going through her head right now.
I think she's relatively calm. It's a very eerie calm. It's the calm that everyone kind of knows from Jansel at this point of why are you so calm in such a horrific space? And it's just like, because I know it. It's like an old friend. And I think she was about to do her try and true time to speak to the walls And just to see if like maybe the walls will tell her where her friends went, or like what type of weird wizard shenanigans did Swan do and press the button type of thing. So where the heck are they?
So, what happens is you're about to talk to the walls, you do your little ritual, introduce yourself, and all of a sudden, your vision fades to dark as you are blinking. And then when you blink again, you find yourself in your childhood home. What does your childhood home look like?
Dang, I don't know the homes of we're in Massachusetts.
Yeah, just choose
Well,
something. It's varied. It's
yeah.
varied.
Um,
It exists.
Gothic Victorian. Let's go Gothic Victorian, because of course,
Yeah.
of course.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna choose this place that actually lives. That's like 5-10 minutes from me, and it is just oh god, is it Victorian? Anyway, it's got the wraparound porch, several stories, some like pointed like it's old looking. And you find yourself near the entryway of your childhood home. It's later in the evening. All the lights are out, but every once in a while there are candles. And you hear people talking and then chanting from the direction of where your room is.
Oh, we're doing this. Okay. She'll walk towards the sound.
What was the exorcism like? As you walk into your old bedroom with a priest, and I believe if I remember correctly, your mom was also there?
I think her dad was probably in the kitchen trying to get some more warm towels. So he wasn't present for it. Her hair was black at that moment. It hasn't gone fully white gray, but she looks sunken, like she hasn't eaten. She looks shallow, like she hasn't slept. But looking into her eyes, as even with them being rolled back, there is a gaze that is just so hate filled and angry and wanting to give so much violence. There are quiet moments during that where you can just hear the mutters of the priest, you hear the prayers of her mom, but then all of a sudden, you can't. Ah, ah. Oh, such sweet sounds. I love her song. It's so breathtaking, so delicious, and you want to take this from me. You want to take this from me. Oh no, no. No, you can't. Do you think God would really answer your prayers? God is dead. And your daughter, she's mine forever. Her song, her gaze. But Jansel hears none of that.
You hear it now.
This is her. And I think from that, there's no anger. there's not really fear. I think it's just an acknowledgement. And I guess still confusion of just still not understanding why exactly her. So she's still watching, observing to figure out exactly why.
This scene plays out. It seemingly works, but your hair has gone white in the following days, weeks, months after. The flinches your mother used to do whenever she saw you after you attacked her slowly start to fade. And as you're gazing at like a normal past day, you feel large hand with claws just curl around your shoulder when you hear a voice on the other side of your ear just saying, "I miss those days. Your screams were delicious."
Yes, well, you can always think back on those times. I don't really care to.
I don't think that's any fun at all.
Are you trying to get a reaction out of me?
No, because I don't need to. I've been watching you for the last week or so, and you've dropped your guard. I think it's time.
I didn't really think I had one to drop.
Would you like to hear a little secret? Your big mistake.
I'm sure you would tell me anyway.
Your rage was a fiery pyre. It hurt, and I don't appreciate that. But now it's gone, and you feel like something boop your nose. And I'd like you to make the thing. Okay. I want to say make an intelligence defense roll. But I'm going to use my nat 1, so I would feel bad to say, please roll.
Okay.
So if you want to roll to see what you would have gotten, sure.
Ow!
What dice do I roll again?
It would have been a 20.
D20.
Okay. I've been in so many games these past 2 weeks.
That's fair. That is so fair.
It would have been a 9.
Okay, that's fair. And as you feel this little boop on your nose, you feel fire spread across your face and down your neck and through your veins and through your arms. And you feel a rage again and a hunger, but it is not yours. It is very distinctly not yours, regardless of how hot yours ran, how angry you were, how much of a banshee's wail it was. This one is lava. This is the sun drowning it out as it wants violence. And it couldn't do it for quite a long time. Jansel, this is happening again. You do not have control. The exorcism did not fully work. And your one line of defense that has been traded away. Maybe not your one line of defense, but a very good one. Would you like to tell everybody what Elena sees as your vision is cleared from the past memories?
Who here has seen the new Nosferatu movie? It's essentially that moment. I think Elena did not hear her at first. She's very quiet. But then you hear what seems to be like chipping or some type of noise against the cave walls. And you turn to see very static, slow, hunched over walking with the hunter's knife, just stabbing, stabbing, stabbing. Helena, Helena, I don't quite think God is here. I don't think anyone's here. Well, you, me, but no Theo, no Swan, not your holy godmother. Just you. You. Me.
Elena, how you doing?
And then
Elena-
just rapid charging.
Helena screams at the top of her lungs.
It's to get out, run directly in front towards you.
Pablo, sorry, remind me of what you were doing before we went to Jansel's scene. I feel
Just
like
playing YouTube video.
your YouTube video, that's right.
Oh no.
Whatever has been going on in the cave does not seem to be affecting Jansel now.
Cool. Well, I scream and I drop my phone and I draw my shitty and cheap butterfly knife.
Oh, beautiful. Okay.
As she is filled with fear and she is moving forward towards the possessed friend.
All right. So, you're not running. You are standing your ground.
Yeah, it sucks.
Okay. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to switch back to Theo. Hey, buddy. So, I will say to Theo and Swan, just because you can't see your friends doesn't mean you can't hear them. You hear this ungodly wail coming from Jansel. Both of you. It echoes. It reverberates down the stone corridors. But yeah, Theo. You have your goggles on.
Theo has been trying to slowly make pace against the wall. And I think he's been kind of just like going over things in his head. And I think one of the things that he's thinking about, I think he thinks of this before he hears Jansel's scream. But I think he remembers a few days ago when Jansel said something to him that along the lines of hiding from the dark won't protect you from it. And running from the dark won't protect you from it. And I think he is terrified to do this, but he is going to take off the night vision goggles. And he is going to try and listen to the walls.
Are you just listening to the walls as in just trying to figure everything out? Or are you trying to listen to the wall like Jansel?
I think he's going to try and listen to the wall like Jansel. He has no skill in this whatsoever. But he's going to put his hand against the wall, because I think that's when he hears the ungodly noise.
Yeah.
And he knows it's Jansel, and he just puts a hand on the wall and says, "Look, I don't know you, you don't know me, but that's my friend, and she needs help. So we're gonna have to eat each other later. I need you to get me there."
You need to eat each other later. Okay, I guess you can try rolling. It's gonna be pretty hard, but I'll let it slide.
I would like to try it. Let me know if this is okay. But last game, we were all given a critical success.
You were.
And it feels early to burn it, but I think I'm gonna burn it.
Okay, so what are you trying to get out of talking to the walls?
I want to be shown a path to where they are.
Okay. But because this is the Magnus Archives, I think you will find a path. But, TM, it's not going to be easy. But it
Bring it
will
on. Let's do it.
be guaranteed.
Cool. It's great.
Yeah. You were walking before, right? And when you were walking, you did see a path in front of you. Your hand was on the wall. You were going in a direction. And no, that path before you is no longer there. Instead, you feel a path going off to your right.
Okay. He's gonna follow that path.
And you didn't take out a flashlight or anything, right? You're in pitch darkness?
He put it away.
Okay.
He is trying to face it because he thinks that's what Jansel would do.
No. You're walking what feels like for a very long time. And you don't know if something hurt you. You don't know if you were able to do what Jansel did. You don't know if you were able to make a connection with whatever spirits are living inside this caves. But the place changed after you spoke. And you are now walking down this new corridor, which it gets bigger. The wall to your left gets wider. And at some point, you hear your foot take a step, and it splashes into water. It's just a small puddle.
Okay. He uses the oar, his little oar bat. Essentially, this is like an old. This is one of his things that he found in the archives. It is like half of a heavy wooden oar that he just kept at his desk because boats, and he's kind of using it now, almost kind of like a little bit of a walking stick, just to kind of gauge some of the depth of the water. But he's going to keep moving forward.
Yeah, that's really easy. You're able to keep a general idea of how deep the water is as you walk forward, but you don't really need the oar. Because as you're continuing to walk forward, the water gets deeper each step you take. Very gradually, very slowly, till eventually you feel the water go over your shoes and hit your socks. Do you keep going?
Yeah. He's gonna go ahead and like any stuff that he has kind of like electronics or anything, he's gonna kind of like tie up and kind of just like put on his shoulders. But yeah, he's gonna keep going.
It keeps getting deeper. It hits your knees. If you keep going, it will hit your hips. And the sound echoes, like sound echoes across the open ocean. And you cannot see the ceiling. You cannot see the left wall. And at this moment, you realize your hand is no longer on a wall. It is not there anymore.
This is a dick move. All right. He's gonna, I think, kind of like make his stuff as much into a pack. He's gonna try and kind of put it as kind of on the back of his shoulders, and he's just going to commit to kind of he's going to start kind of swimming straight ahead. Fortunately, Theo's a pretty strong swimmer, so I think he kind of knows like what forward is. But I think as he's doing this, he's just thinking, put it in a box, find the answer, face the dark, do what they do. You can do what they do.
I think this is, because of Theo's specific trauma, I would like to ask you to like roll like a keep your cool check.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So some kind of int-based check.
Yep. He does have training in intellect defense.
Yes, I will say this will count as an intellect defense roll.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that one brain cell paying off. 15.
Yes. Somehow.
Okay.
Maybe it's because you want to help your friends. You're able to keep your cool as you keep going forward.
Mayor Barkins, he's the mayor of the archive. He keeps everyone alive.
Barkin's theme song.
Mm-hmm.
Make a marker of that. You go forward, and then all of a sudden you realize there's a ceiling above you, like 5 feet. And the headspace keeps getting lower.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna keep going. I think he's gonna kind of like, I think he's kind of gonna, he wants to use the oar to kind of like keep track of the height of the ceiling and then just kind of keep going.
Yeah. If you keep going forward, you're eventually going to have to dive.
You hear Elena's voice in your head going, "Remember, no practical jokes. Specifically if someone was to go diving. No one should, like, put a rock right above your head as you're about to come out of water. That'd be fucked up."
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. He remembers the sound of Jansel screaming. This sucks. This sucks. Yeah, this sucks. And then he dives.
Yeah. All right, we'll get back to you. Swan. Where'd we last leave off?
So there was a bunch of eyes looking at me.
And they all closed.
And they all closed. And I did hear Jansel screaming, right?
You did. You absolutely heard Jansel screaming.
Could I figure out where it was coming from? Could I run for it?
You might have to make a perception check because everything was echoing.
Yeah, I can do it. Perception. Would you allow me to use tracking?
Yeah.
Okay, tracking. I'm trained in tracking, so one more level. I rolled a 14.
Yeah. You are able to determine that you're able to get the general direction on where it was coming from. Surprisingly, it is coming from ahead of you, not behind you from the direction you came. But also, spooky cave shit. Who knows? And
So,
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
so I would need to go through the eyes from where the eyes were, right?
Yes.
Okay. Swan goes, I think you should make it wasn't me. You showed me a fucking coward. Watch this. And I try to step directly towards me. In front of me.
Yeah.
Trying to go through the cave.
Yeah. You begin to walk, and as you are walking where the eyes used to be, they kind of pop up again, like opening and closing and blinking as you're walking. And in every single one, you see Eugene looking at you. No longer in the boardroom giving the presentation. It looks like they're in your old room in France. A coward is what they say.
Yeah, we're a coward.
A coward. How so?
You stayed. Well, and Swan continues like walking, like power walking.
Yeah.
Not running, but power walking at the same
eyes
time.
follow you as you walk. How does that make me a coward?
I don't know exactly what you are, but you were able to get to this position only because I left it. And I left it for a good reason. Because these people are horrible and they put the others through horrible shit, and I couldn't stand for it. Alright? I couldn't close my eyes. And I left for a good reason. Okay?
I don't care about what they did, but you left a very delectable life behind. And I thought it would be a waste if Eugene disappeared. So I'm borrowing it for a bit. We wouldn't want your parents to get sad if you disappeared, right? Sorry, oops, if I disappeared.
I fucking hate them, dude. Have you lived with them?
Oh, I have, but I have become much more useful in the time that I have been here. You know, trying to putting my wonderful coding skills to use to help further their empire and their work. I'm a useful tool, and you could have been too, but it's okay.
Swan stops. So you're working for them?
Of course. That was always the intention that my father, wanted.
So you're like coding shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Family business.
I'll take the bait. Which kind of programming language do horror use?
Sorry, what was the question?
Which
Younès?
kind of programming languages do supernatural horror use? Like, I need to know.
Mare isn't very well versed in coding languages, but they will say whatever you studied in college and know how to use. With a little bit of extra flair.
Okay, I'm getting distracted. Fuck, man. Okay, you know what? I have a friend who needs me right now, and I don't need to get mad. So I'm going to just speed along and not think about what you're saying. You're just trying to get into my head, and my head is not getting into a wall. All right, it's double password protected. There's 2FA to my head, right? You can't go to my head right now. I'm going straight forward. I'm going to help Jansel. Jansel is my friend. I'm going to help Theo. Theo is my friend. I'm going to help Helena. Helena is my friend. And when I get back, I'm going to hack everybody's password at my own family, and I will get you down. All right? You don't get into my head.
Good luck with that. I can't wait.
Mayor Barkins, he's the mayor. Mayor Barkins.
Bless. And you walk forward. And while Eugene doesn't say anything, they do continue to watch you as you continue down the cave. But
Swan
they don't say
tries
anything
to-
else.
Swan tries to not look at them. Do not look at them. Do not show any weakness. Do not show in any way that they're getting to you. Just speed along.
Okay. And I think that's a good place to go to break.
Yeah.
So we are going to go to break, everybody. Please stretch, pet your pets, hydrate, and we'll be back soon. Bye.
Bye.
Everybody, we are back from break. We've got a possessed Eva. We have a terrified Elena. We have an irritated Swan, and also a scared, potentially drowning Theo. We'll find out. But we last left off with a Swan walking through a hall of eyeballs, watching them. But we're coming back to Elena and Jansel.
Fucking go.
So Jansel, you're going in for a stab is what I was assuming was happening.
Yes.
All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to have everybody roll. We're going to roll an initiative.
Mhm.
Jansel, you can roll for this one as well, if you would
Cool.
like.
I can put effort into initiative rolls, yeah?
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna deplete my pools. That's a natural 1.
Yes. Okay, so horror mode. 1 to 3 are a failure now.
Ooh. Let's go. Let's go. No, let's
Yeah,
keep it.
yeah.
Let's
I'll
keep.
tell you what happens on
Let's
your
keep
roll.
it moving, folks. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep these ones coming in.
That's a 4 from me.
Swan got a 4.
I barely made it as well. Also 4.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay, I got 13.
Yes, thank you, Theo.
Okay, so this is what we're going to do. First of all, I'm going to resolve the natural one from Elena. Elena, basically, Jansel is charging at you, and regardless whether you mean to or not, this is still kind of, you did take like a fighting stance, but also charging pretty girl with a hunting knife. Little startling.
My only weakness. Don't look at all my other weaknesses.
And I think what's going to happen is either you take a step forward, you take a step back, and your ankle hits the rock, a crack, the wrong way, and you land hard.
My only weakness, my joints.
Your joints!
Oh no, Achilles!
Your ankle is busted. Whether it's broken or not, we'll see, but it is at least it's gonna hurt to walk on. Ow. All right.
I mean, I'm laughing, but Elena's screaming.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Elena continues assorted screams.
And as Elena screams, Theo, you know how sound moves underwater. It is not as good as a conductor of sound as some other other matter, solids, air, so on and so forth. But you can hear Elena screaming, clear as day, as if she was in the cavern with you. And as you duck your head underwater, you gotta get to her. You know you're on the right direction, even if this is the worst. The fucking worst.
Yeah, he's taking a dive. Yeah, he goes down. He's I think he's kind of figured out that, per his tacit agreement with the walls, the only way out is through.
Are your eyes open?
Yeah.
You can't see the bottom of the water. And just like in that day of your accident, you feel something large beneath you.
He starts to swim faster. And then I think he remembers Swan quicksand. And he tries to calm himself down, knowing that the faster he moves, that's bad use of the oxygen he has. He's got to keep moving. And he's just thinking about getting to his friends, and he is thinking about that night. He's seeing Chris's eyes, but I think he's also trying to see being lifeguards during the summer. He's trying to see camping. He's trying to see, visiting Chris and his amma at Chinese New Year, trying to be there for the different moments that were there before Chris became what he became. And it's not great, but I think he's really going to try and push through.
Yeah. And just regardless if you're conserving your oxygen or not, it feels like it's forever. And just when you think you're about to unintentionally breathe in water, your head breaks the surface.
Guys, Elena, Jansel, where are you guys?
I'm still screaming.
Yeah, you're screaming, and it's continuing to scream across what now is a large cavern. You did not leave them in a cavern. Elena, Jansel, you were not in a cavern.
Okay, he's gonna assuming he's still in the water, he's looking for a head where he can swim to any kind of shore.
Yeah. You see a shore.
He's looking for it now.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to get there.
All right. Jansel.
I think she sees that Lena falls over and she stops, like just immediate point blank, just stop and just stares for a bit.
That's so bad. That's so fucking scary. Oh my god.
I always like chasing a bit more. Should I let you have a head start? I'll even give you a little extra time. Even wounded animals are fun to taunt. Come on, get up. Would you like help?
Eva, where's this been for the last like 3 sessions? This is so fucked up.
Eva's fucking
Waiting. Waiting. Oh.
Yeah, so you just taunt Elena.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Swan and Elena, you can do what you want. We're basically the only enemy, quote unquote, is Jansel, so your turns are interchangeable.
Okay. Am I still away from this scene? Am I about to arrive?
Yeah,
or am I,
you-
like, still...
I think you hear this like around the corner.
Okay. Quick thinking. The scream was coming from Jansel, right?
Yeah, both.
You heard laughter, but I think if you hear screaming is from Helena.
Yeah.
Jansel doesn't scream. That's not Jansel. I think Swan is going to. I think Swan is going to be counterintuitively quite sneaky and stealthy, going through the corner, going to peek an eye, going like, what's happening? Because Swan is not powerful. Swan can be sneaky bitch, and that's it. Swan can backstab. They can't front stab. So we're going to be very, very.
Maybe a little side stab, but not a
Yeah,
front
maybe
stab.
maybe just side stab.
Okay, so if you want to, you can roll a stealth check
Yeah, I'll do that. I'm trained in stealth.
to beat Ava's challenge rating. She's challenge.
Okay.
I think I gave you what, 4, Ava?
Yeah.
Challenge 4.
All right. If I want to spend points
do it
for
before you roll.
effort. Yes. And what would be the statistics? Might, speed, or intellect? Speed. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to spend 2.
2 levels of effort.
Yes.
So you need to get a 3 on the die.
All right.
Do you have edge and speed?
I do have edge and speed. I have 1 edge.
Okay, so it's only going to cost 4 points.
Yep. And you said I needed a 3 on the die?
Yeah.
Well, look at me. That's a 3 on the die.
Hey, guess what? That's a natural 1. Well, it triggers a GM intrusion. You still succeed. Also, by the way, 1 to 4 now is the failure rate for a GM intrusion.
I was about to swear at you in French. I'm sorry. It was
You
coming
can
from
swear
the
at me,
heart.
it's fine. Okay,
No.
alright, so... Ooh, GM intrusion. I think what's gonna happen... Okay, so you're still hiding away from Jansel. Jansel cannot see Swan.
Mm-hmm.
However, I think what's gonna happen, Swan, is... Your GM intrusion, you can't be seen, but you also are having a hard time seeing. As you see what's basically going on inside this cave, you don't know where it is coming from, but there is like a flash of like light and you are like blinded with your extra spooky eyes. So for a little bit, you're going to have the opposite of an asset. You're going to have a hindrance on perception checks and seeing things.
Okay, hindrance and perception check and saying things. Okay, got it.
Yeah. Elena.
All right, so Elena's like really not having a good time right now.
No, absolutely not.
She needed that ankle.
She did.
She needs both of them. but she, I think, is going to like slowly stagger upwards. She's still trembling, and she goes, "I hope you picked the insurance plan with a fucking low deductible," and just go throw herself at Jansel. No elegance, no sort of like strategy to it, just flailing.
Roll a might check. So yeah, as I was saying before, Cypher does not like PvP against players, so I have given Jansel a level, and as I have told Eva earlier, if she wants to, when attacking and stuff, she could use a effort to increase the difficulty.
Right, I saw the GIF that
It's a good
Ava
gift.
posted. It's a good
Pick
GIF.
it up.
Yeah, so Ava, to hit Ava and Jansel, it is challenge 4.
Cool. I'm gonna use an effort,
Okay.
and that's it. That's a 3, folks. You gonna use an effort to re-roll that? Is that allowed?
Yes, you can.
Cool. Down to my last XP. We're gonna do a funny little re-roll.
You absolutely can.
That's an 18.
Yes. So you have a shitty little knife, which is 2 points. And when you roll an 18, you can do, so that's 4, 3, 2 extra points if you would like to.
I'm going for the fucking ankle.
Yeah.
All right, tit for tat.
Yeah, so you're flailing. Jansel, how do you take this stab? You take 4 points.
First of all,
You do take 4 points.
okay.
Unless you have a
First of
cipher you
all,
want to
I didn't
use.
make.
I don't know what you have, or if you have armor or whatever.
I have bodybuilder, but I don't know, which is adding 1 to my might edge for an hour. But
you could have used that earlier.
yeah, I know. I thought it was something else. That's why I didn't take it.
That's okay.
But
But otherwise, you'll take 4 points of damage as you get stabbed.
that's fine. I'll take.
Guess
the
I didn't need to
damage.
practice on my ex-girlfriend's tires.
What is possessed Jansel take? How does she take the stabbing?
I think just to build up on the scary shit, I think when Helena charged at like tried to tackle her before, she does like the very weird, terrifying looking contortionist backwards like break,
Oh, God.
like going fully back. But when Helena fully rearranges herself and just goes for like the ankle, you see her crumple like a death drop type of crumple of like falling back, and it's just, I'm not gonna do the scream, but it's not banshee, but it's like a harpy screaming, and a weird type of like writhing and screaming and cursing, and also just trying to grab at you.
Theo.
Was that Theo?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
I was entranced. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Theo has he gotten to the edge of the water?
Yeah.
Is he out of the water?
I'll say you're out of the
All right.
water.
Cool. I think as he's getting out of the water, he's got a canteen, I assume, and he's gonna get some of the lake water and just like put it in a canteen and just be like, spooky water, good for later? I don't know. Puts it in his back. And then he's running for where he heard the screams from.
You can see them. The water is nearby.
I can see them?
Yeah.
Okay, do I see Jansel in her like full back contortion
Yes.
moment?
You also see Swan around the corner. Space is weird. Space is acting really weird right now in this cave. People are super close, but they're also super far. It's weird. And Swan is blinking like they're having a hard time seeing.
Okay. So Theo sees kind of the whole scene. he's going to yell for Jansel. Jansel, the walls, they helped, kind of. Are you okay?
You can respond if you want. Absolutely.
Oh, look. So beautiful to see. The mermaid returns back to the waters that claimed so much from him. Precious. Do you want to swim some more? But not in water. In the blood. The blood. The blood.
Okay, so not average spooky. Got it.
Elena shouts, "She's going through something right now."
Okay, right, but not like we've all been going through something. This seems a little different. Okay, yeah, he's going to make a run for Jansel.
Yeah.
How much can I do kind of in one turn? Can he just kind of get towards Jansel?
Yeah, space is really weird, so I'm not gonna say, I'm not gonna have y'all, like, except for, like, you know, the moving between scenes for you and Swan, you're not gonna have to, like, use your turn to move.
Okay.
Shit's weird.
All right. If he can take an action, then I think he wants to try and, pin Jansel with the oar. Like, if she's kind of like bent into the ground, he wants to try and like pin her down to the ground.
Yeah.
If possible.
How's that sound, Eva?
Yeah, I like it.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. This is an attack, right? So might?
It would be a might roll, but I wouldn't say it's an attack.
Okay.
Because you're,
so then, yeah.
it's like a grapple for using
Okay.
D&D terms.
Fair. Then he's definitely going to put effort into it. Yeah. That's all he can do. I think he can put some effort into it. Okay. Please don't fuck me. What is that? Fuck. That's a 7.
Yeah, that's not going to do it. Jansel, what do you do as he tries to do this pinning attack on you? As it's your turn, by the way.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Cool. She's gonna like do like a worm slither of like slipping out from under Theo, and because she's still hunting dagger in her hand, she wants to do a stabby on Theo.
I'm sorry, this isn't gonna happen, but like I think it's really funny. Waiting for Itar to fall out of the ceiling or something in the middle of this and call cut.
Man, I wish.
Oh god, it's not gonna happen, but imagine.
Going off script, folks.
So
Take it
off
from the
script.
top.
Yeah.
Jansel, here's a Snickers.
So Jansel, do you want to use effort to increase the difficulty of Theo needs?
Yes.
All right. As I said, you can use any of your pools. You'll spend 1 effort to increase it from 4 to a 5?
Yes, please.
Theo, the challenge is 5.
Okay.
To not get stabbed.
Is this anything like might defense or speed defense or anything? Okay. Okay, let's see. Do I have anything that will help?
I think I'll use my speed for this.
Okay.
As well.
So you increase it by 1 challenge.
Okay.
All right.
So if I spend speed, does that take it down 1? Where would that put it?
It'll take it down by 1 challenge. So Eva brought it up to a 5. You'll bring it back down to a 4.
Okay. Well, let's see how that does.
You get 12 on the die.
You got a 4. These rolls are shit.
That's another GM intrusion. Plus you fail. So it's a 1 to 5 for a failure now. I'm sorry, a GM intrusion. Jansel, question for Eva. Your knife is a light weapon?
It is, yes.
Okay, so Theo, you take 2 points of damage from the weapon, but I'm also going to say that as part of the GM intrusion of you getting stabbed, what was I going to say? Shit. I'm gonna say one of your. It's hit. Jansel hits where you got stabbed yesterday, and the day before, whatever you last got it, and your arm is fucked. You're not gonna be able to use that arm.
Okay.
With efficiency.
Cool. Glad we get to use stress as a mechanic in this game.
Yeah. Back to Swan and Elena. Whatever order you like to go in. How y'all doing?
I can take the turn unless Elena wants to do something.
Go for it.
Okay. Okay, cool. So Swan is blinking, not being able to look at the scene correctly, and that's going to be a huge hindrance if they want to do something about it. So I just like think back about like this whole process of like looking at stuff and specifically recording. First day of Magnus at the Magnus Institute, realizing that these horrors can be captured by digital tools, but they be captured by analog stuff. And they think if they can't be captured by digital stuff, it means they can be seen. So they pull out their smartphone, put it in front of their eyes, and they look at the scene through the smartphone. And
To get rid of the hindrance.
And hopefully, if you allow me to use one of my very kindly offered critical success here, maybe possibly lighten the weird physical space effect for Swan, just like normalize things for them
I
specifically.
will allow it. Yes, that is very clever.
Yes.
I like it.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that's
Thank you,
basically your turn is getting a handle on the situation of what's going on.
Yeah.
Yes, you see as things have been described.
Excellent. Cool.
Yes,
I'm back
yes,
to
Eva.
square one.
Perseus fighting Medusa vibes. Absolutely. All right, Elena.
All right, out of character. Mechanically, I don't really understand how helping works in the system. Can I like help Theo with the next thing he does? Like, can I like distract Jansel or something?
Yes, I will allow. I don't know if there's a help action in terms of combat, but I will allow if you want to use your turn to give Theo an asset on the next round, you can.
All right, I'm going to use my training and performance to do a cool trick with my butterfly knife. That's what I'm bringing to the function today.
You're bringing to the table. Yeah, you won't need to roll for this, but yeah.
Assuming
you
that's
practice.
Steve.
You don't need to make a check. You're okay. Because I think you just do it. It's using your action to give someone an asset.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I've been practicing in front of the mirror a lot, and I've been failing a lot, but I successfully do the.
Amazing.
And I do a fun little feint. I make it look like I'm going for the other ankle.
Yeah.
Dodge out of the way or whatever.
All right. Back to the top of the round for Theo.
Okay.
You have an asset from Elena as she does cool knife shit.
Yeah, I want to try and get the knife out of Jansel's hands.
You're gonna fight.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try and use the oar to just like knock into her arm and try and knock the knife out of her hand.
Sorry. I'm just responding.
Do it. I have teeth.
Yeah, I mean, the we're slowly peeling away the weapons.
Gonna knock my teeth out then next.
Fuck.
Well.
Okay,
Hey,
sorry.
Jansel needs to chill.
So you're gonna try and take away the knife. That'll be. I will allow a speed or might roll.
Okay, I'll do might, and I will put effort into it one more time.
Challenge 2.
Okay. Oh, don't fuck me. 16.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You wrestle away the knife.
No more stabbing.
You just hold it up really high.
I am really tired of being stabbed.
Like keep away with the fucking demon possessing
So
Jansel.
I do have a question in regards to that. Jansel is canonically 6 foot.
Oh,
So
yeah, that's
how
right.
much-
Shit,
Right.
I forgot.
She just slouches. So how far between him holding it up can she reach?
Maybe you're just
I
like
want
holding
to
it like over
imagine-
this in the back, like
Yeah.
that.
very, very long wingspan over here being like, no.
Okay.
Well, Jansel is contorted backwards, and
Yeah.
so as a part of that, it's just like she's a little shorter that way.
Yeah. Can he
Bite your
throw the
ankles.
knife away at all? Like,
You can toss it to the side, yeah.
I mean, if time and space are wibbly, he's gonna try and throw
Toss
it into
it
the lake.
into the lake. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, just roll me a d20 flat.
sure. 18.
Yes, it
Where was
is.
this roll when I was getting stabbed?
Yeah, I will say that's high enough where it does. You hear a little bloop into the lake.
Disarmed your nightmares. Let's go.
All right, Jansel, you have been disarmed.
I have been disarmed, so we will activate bodybuilder.
You can do that.
I'll add an edge. A might.
So
And
might
that's for
you
1
will,
hour.
yeah, you'll be using less might when you apply effort.
Cool beans. And
All right. That's an action to initiate, right? If it doesn't say, then the answer is yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just says drawing on your reserves and blah. You add it.
Swan and Elena.
Let me eat you. Let me consume and decorate the walls with your bones.
All right, I think at this point, like, she's still trembling, but Elena's just like, how do we get out of her? I mean, like, what can we do here?
I will say there has been the whistling the entire time.
Oh,
Good trying
sorry.
Mhm.
Can Theo too just designate, because he has his protector? He's just gonna throw it on Elena.
Yes, you can.
So you have an asset for speed defense.
Okay. All right. If we're gonna try and say cover her ears, maybe it would be good to knock her down. And so Elena's just gonna charge at her, try to get her off balance.
Yeah.
Real
it up.
simple.
A tackle.
Let's go. I'm presuming that's might.
Yeah.
I'm using my effort.
Yes. Challenge 3.
That's a 2. I'm going to can I just like invoke the success?
Yeah, you can. You can use one of your
Can
grits.
And you can re-roll because you're by Theo. He's got the friendly help thing, so you can re-roll again if you want.
Let's do that.
Okay, reroll.
11. That's with the effort.
Yes,
That's
that does
down
hit.
to
That does hit.
a success.
Yeah. So what does this look like as you tackle Jansel?
I think that she's really just like brute forcing through the pain. Like she's like gritting and bearing it. And so she grabs both of Jansel's wrists and just starts like kicking her in alternation with both of her feet. And manages to just like nudge her with the docks, just like with the bad foot, and just manage to get her off balance and knock her down.
I was gonna ask if she was wearing Doc Martens because that felt right.
It's important.
Jansel, as you feel yourself hit the ground, you hear in your head just a growl, a startled growl of anger and frustration at this thing that is possessing you. And just for a split second, you feel its hold lessen. Swan?
Jansel?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just a sobbing, just like sigh.
Oh no! And by the way, like, it's not this possession is not the same as it was when you were a kid. This time around, it's as if you're trapped in your own body. You can see yourself doing all of this.
Okay, I was about to ask.
Yeah,
like,
that I should have
am
clarified.
actually aware this time? Yeah.
You are aware of everything that's going on. You are trapped in your own body.
Huh. How can I get like a sense of like how far I am from Jansel, Helena, and Theo?
Time is weird, so not time. Space is weird,
Space.
so you're close but also far away. It's like out of character mechanically. You won't need to move to get up there. You can just do something.
Okay. And right now Helena is blocking Jansel's wrist, right?
I'm imagining that she's got her pinned to the ground or attempting to pin her to the ground, but that's just how it is in my head, and that might be because I'm a huge sapphic, but yeah. I'll let you clarify.
Oopsie.
I'm not gonna debate this. I'm not gonna argue with you here.
Okay.
Everybody gets another crit.
Okay, I'm gonna use that
I need to
right
start
away.
using these crits.
Yeah, we're almost done with the game. Thank you.
Yay.
We've reached the goal, everybody. Thank you.
Yay!
Yes.
1400 for MSF.
Let's go.
Go.
Hell yeah.
Swan is going to grab the wireless earbuds that they brought with them, and just throw them at Helena.
What are you
Gonna
throwing?
use my wireless headphones.
Yes.
May I ask why?
Simple. The idea is for Helena or somebody, or maybe Theo, to put them into Jansel's ear, and Swan is going to use their Bluetooth connection to stream some white noise through the earbuds,
Yes!
Yo!
Yes!
cancelling the whistle's effect. Hopefully.
I catch them perfectly, and then they stumble out of my hand. I have to go like grab them.
I will allow Theo to catch them because he is next in the order.
I'm gonna throw them to Theo.
But
yeah, and
Alright.
do
Helena
you
is-
communicate this? Because right now it just looks like you threw some headphones.
I'm trusting Theo. I'm going.
As like people's headlamps are just like flailing around in the dark. Like you can see fine, but these other motherfuckers?
Okay, I'm shooting to Theo. Heads up, Theo, and throwing them, hoping that Theo's frat boy instincts are going to grab the stuff immediately. Right?
Frat bro instincts.
And
Can I roll
using
for
one of
frat
my
bro
tricks for
instincts?
it.
It would be a speed roll, but yes.
Okay.
I can imagine. The only thing I can imagine, if Theo fails it, it's only because Theo is a swimmer and not a football player.
Yes. Yes.
No,
Wrong
Jen,
frat!
Professor
Wrong frat,
Jansel,
bro!
stop making sense. Stop.
As a previous swimmer, yes. It's true.
Alright,
Wait.
Fail.
Theo could have been doing some water polo, right? That's a sport playing in
Let's-
water where you have to grab stuff.
We're gonna
let's find out. Whoa.
I want you to
15.
succeed, but also.
You pass. You catch them.
Oh, thanks.
What are these for?
What are we... Thanks. I can hear, but what?
Put them in Jansel's ears!
Oh shit! Yeah. Okay. If
You can
if
try.
Elena, yeah, let's give it a go.
I'm assuming, Eva, is Jansel struggling?
Yes. Can
Okay.
I do the crit success for this to not have these in my ears? Because I have 3.
Yeah, I
need to
will
use
allow
them.
it. So, Theo, you try.
Okay. Should I roll anything, or we just like?
We're
is Theo
just,
just, like,
I think we're just rolling with the punches right now because we got so
All right.
many successes and this is in PvP is weird. All right, Jansel.
I want to bite Elena.
Worse things have happened.
I want to Mortal Kombat Melina bite Elena.
Roll to.
What?
Are
Take
you
me out to
using-
dinner first.
I'm sorry, are you using effort to increase the difficulty?
Yes.
Challenge 5, Pablo.
Okay.
It would be a speed defense roll. You have a speed defense from Theo.
Gonna use effort. Let's go.
God,
15.
this is such a mess.
15.
Sadly, you do not. You're so close. You're so fucking close to biting her.
I'll just keep making noises.
I'm like mad. I'm like growling at her in turn.
Swan and Elena.
Things are descending.
Things are descending.
Swan will basically go through their smartphone, going Bluetooth mode, activating some white noise.mp3 file they have to just unwind, and like streaming white noise through headphones, and screaming the instruction to the others just to make sure that's the goal. I'm streaming something that's noise cancelling to the headphones. Put them on Jansel.
This is so fucking wild. What?
Let's go.
Elena?
Are we at the top?
No, it's Elena's turn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this thing. I'm gonna invoke the crit success. And I'm going to put the headphones in her ear. I think I like. Alright. I grab the headphones from Theo. Or you're handing them to me or whatever, while I have Jansel's wrists, and I'm just kind of like towards her head, like and then manage to just like very gently. I'm imagining these are tiny little ear pods. Manage to just like very gently insert them.
I was imagining like what you were wearing.
Yeah. Or that too.
Yeah.
And then I imagine at some point just like, and then does himself just kind of like go limp? Like how immediately does this go into effect?
Jansel, I was
Does
gonna
it?
ask Jansel, do you want to make me an intelligence defense roll against the thing? You're the person who has hitched the thing that has hitched a ride in your brain.
Mm-hmm.
You have an asset.
Cool.
Jansel, we believe in you. You're still here. Let's fucking go.
What is it like for Jansel as she fights to gain control of her body again?
I think this is for flavor. I'm not like wanting to do harm to Helena, but I really just wanted to like get one hit on Helena. There is a moment where she's thrashing and she kicks upward, just kicking and kicking and kicking, because she has noodle arms. She doesn't really have strength for that, but her legs, she kick. And it's the harpy, it's the wailing, it is the sobbing, it is the seizing, and then almost like she just dropped dead, she just goes comatose, she just stops and just ragdolls essentially. And I think if they look at her, her eyes are completely glazed over. They're like a dark brown, almost black type of eye color. So like almost practically hazel type of glazed over.
And in your head, Jansel, you hear that angry growling again, and you almost feel as this anger that is not your own, this rage, this delight in pain, just kind of gets, as Theo said earlier, put in a little box for now. In a little part of your brain that you just feel simmering on the edges of your consciousness. I'll be back.
I don't know if you will. Because you know what also takes out fires? Soothing water. That's what kept the anger in me down for so long. I'm sure in time it'll take you down and snuff out your flame. I like to see you try. I like this reunion, even if it was to the detriment of everyone else. But I think I know some things about you. Hi.
Yeah. The three of you are hovering around slightly comatose Jansel. The water is gone. So is the hunting knife. You are all huddled in a long tunnel with water dripping in the distance. And that's it. You only hear the sound of your breathing and water dripping.
Is anybody hurt?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the first thing Theo is gonna do is just kind of like check on Jansel. Just gentle, just kind of shake. Listen for breathing.
She's breathing, at the very
Yeah.
least.
She's alive.
Do we see a way out?
Yeah. Off in the distance, you see the light of sunshine. Like a pinprick in the distance of the cave entrance.
I think I've done enough facing the dark. Can we get the fuck out of here?
Yeah. I mean, if she's not waking up, we're just gonna carry her between all
Theo's
of us.
gonna pick her up.
Swan is going to remove their shirts and going to use the sleeves to make a. Well, why am I doing this? We have ropes. Swan is going to just like attach each of everybody to waist in with like a single rope. Like no more space distortion stuff. We need to stay together.
You think the space distortion stuff is gonna be overridden by just some fucking ropes?
I
Just
don't
make
know
the
how
ropes
it
longer
works.
and shorter.
I don't know how it works. Well, your arm didn't dislocate from your body, right? So something has to work. We need to try.
You are able to tie yourselves together. Theo, you're able to pick up Jansel, begin the long hike back to the car. It's still there. It still has gas. It seems fine.
How's my altar? How's
It's
my
still
little
there.
impromptu shrine?
It is still there. Though, the candle looks like it has burned down, actually.
Probably been in here a minute. What time of day is it?
Afternoon? Early afternoon?
Okay.
I think only Theo can hear this, but you start hearing like the small whispers of in Latin. Jansel's like, the end is never the end, it's never the end, it's never the end. It's never the end.
Theo is palpably relieved.
This is normal Jansel bullshit!
This is normal spooky. This is normal spooky. Thank God. Thank God. Okay, normal spooky. Hooray.
Still sleeping though.
Dies Jesu Domine. Okay.
Yeah. All right. We get into the car. We do some basic first aid stuff. Is there anything we want before we ride into the sunset and go back to the Paranormal Institute and say, "Hey, we found some stuff. It's mostly wounds."
That's a great question. Do you all want to
This
stop
chick
at like
here
the drive?
needs a therapist.
Do you all want to like stop to the drive-through? Whatever.
I I think on the way, Swan is going to look at the camera, looking if there's anything visible in the recording. Does this count as a statement for the
Oh shit!
Magnus
You were
Archives?
recording basically the entire time, right?
Oh, yeah, as much as possible.
Ooh. Look at it later and remind me. I gotta think about it.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I have to be interviewed now too. Gosh dang it.
Yeah, we absolutely stopped for some fast food. We got
Before-
some gross and greasy, delicious food.
Before we leave, Swan, do you think like how long does your camera record for?
So it's like a streamer thing that people use when they do urbex. So like it's on the range of like around 24 hours maximum.
Okay. Could we? I mean, I'm thinking, could we set it up by the cave in case Aitor comes through on their cycle?
I would need some time to set it up, but like in half an hour I can do that, maybe.
That's cool, because I think I need to like patch this up again.
Hey, that's bleeding. that's not
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not good,
But
bro.
we did it really good last time, so I really feel good about training video sutures again. So let's I'll do that while you set up the camera.
Okay, let's do that. I think one of the reasons why Swan can't look at the footage is because they have to take the SD card from the camera, leave the camera here, put some Wi-Fi stuff, not Wi-Fi but like internet stuff,
Yeah,
so we
yeah,
can
yeah.
like get recording from later. And it was like we have the recording in a small SD card, and that's it. And that's very precious. Okay, yeah, let's get a situation. We need Theo patched up. We need Helena patched up. We need Jansel as much normal spooky as possible. We all need to pet grass as quickly as possible, I think. And let's get back on track. This is good, guys. This is good. We confirmed the source of the supernatural. This case is fucking haunted. Aitor's not here. Mayor Barkin's still lost, but we'll fight him one day. Let's go back home.
Yeah. You all get some medical care. You head back towards the institute and get some fast food on the way home. How do you debrief? What do you do? Who do you talk to? Do you write up? Etc. What does this look like as you're beginning to end this investigation?
I mean, I'm not sure how much of this Elena says in front of the rest of the party, but she's just like, "Well, that was a bust. We did not uncover anything that we did not know up front. Cave's haunted.
Cave's haunted.
Cave's haunted. Now we have like more cuts." But we also made it out. We did confirm that it is based on the sound of it. The question is really, maybe this is something that like Elena's like recording into a statement back at the institute. Sounds like Aitor was able to hear it once they left. So far, doesn't sound like any of us have had that. Gonna keep an eye on them. I didn't really think that we'd get this far today, so you can keep an eye on them.
We still haven't found what could have broken Aitor from the loop, right? Like we know Aitor is not following the usual loop, and we couldn't find any trace of them in the cave.
I will say, Swan, when you get a chance to look at the recordings that you did in the cave, as well as checking up on the camera that you left outside the cave, however long it recorded for, you don't see anything about... You don't see Aitor in that. And when you watch the recording again, you have the start of the beginning, basically, where the four of you were walking in. You were following Elena with the lights, but when things started getting really weird with the spatial distortion, that's when you were getting some static. You hear garbled screaming through static of the audio, and lights like flashlights and light beams moving around, and dark, and it is a mess.
Yeah.
And you
They-
also hear, if you listen very closely, people saying help.
People saying help, not us. Multiple people?
Multiple different people. Not you or your companions.
I think we got lucky to be able to get out. Not everybody can say that. We need to shut this place down, I think, guys.
There's other people trapped there. I mean, someone's got to do something. I just know that we can. And that fucks me up.
Do you really want to do this? Our job is to record, not really to interfere.
We can't let anyone go back there, though.
No. What do you think, Jansel? Do you think we should?
I think genuinely, she is still asleep. I think she's just passed out for a good day and a half. So you'll hear mutters on occasion, which is what is gonna. I think I have an idea what she's gonna do with her debriefing, but she can't really give you a strong opinion on this. I don't think she's allowed to go back. I don't think she's allowed personally to go back.
Whether it's because the party says so or it's a self-imposed restriction.
I think it's mainly the party, because otherwise Jansel's like, sure, why not?
Oh my god,
It's
yeah.
the worst that could happen.
Nope.
Everyone was fine. But I think going into that, I do have a question for you, Mer.
Yeah, what's up?
While she was in her demon-imposed isolation within her own body,
Yes.
is it possible that Jansel was able to hear the cave walls?
Yeah, I can say if you want to do a backwards roll to see what you can listen to, yeah.
I'll
Roll.
chuck one of my 2 remaining crits for that.
Yeah. So it's really weird as you're listening. You're almost kind of getting a echolocation, like a sonar type of vibes. And you're able to kind of get like a map. But it's a map that doesn't really make sense because, at least in the terms of like traditional physics, because you feel this cave going everywhere. And not just deep into the earth. It seems to be moving into space, not as like an outer space, but like space as a concept. And it just is so much bigger going into infinity than you can ever imagine. And there's more than one entrance. This is not the only one. People did not only get dragged here through this one calling cave. And there are so many people who have died here. You can feel their souls still fear-filled in agony, not being able to move on. You feel physical bodies still trapped beneath thousands of tons of earth or stuck underneath the water, only barely able to get breaths in little pockets before they're forced to continue swimming.
Does she hear Aitor at any of those moments?
Yes.
Okay.
And he is still on script.
I think what her debrief is, she's still asleep, but they caught on that she's muttering, and it seems coherent. So they set up next to her as she slumbers. Orpheus and Eurydice, a story that never ends because they wish to repeat and repeat for a different change, a different end, repeating, repeating, repeating. The filmmaker on script, repeating. The demon coming back, repeating, repeating. The mermaid drowns but still swims, repeating. The mother losing flock, repeating. The swan alone but ever seeing, repeating, repeating. Songs with no end, choruses offbeat, repeating, repeating, repeating. And then she sleeps again.
I love it.
When Christine gets back into the office, she also looks worse for wear. She gets back when she comes back, you can see that she has a recovering black eye and a split lip and seems to also be walking with a slight limp.
Girl, what'd you do?
Whoa, boss, you okay?
I'll be okay. Is that the final report on Aitor's statement? She's looking at
You're not gonna tell us what happened?
my personal life is not anyone's business.
This is what happens in your personal hours? I
This
thought this
is-
was like a work thing went wrong.
She's being cagey as hell.
Girl, are you safe at home? Do you need somewhere to stay?
I'm okay. She'll hold out her hand and a little. Is that the Aitor Laurent case? And she looks at everybody's potentially haggard expressions in Theo's shoulder.
That's are we your first ones who went to his cave? Did you send a team before us?
You are the first ones who have gone to that cave. It was not within the Institute's database prior. Didn't go well.
No. Not really. Or it went very well, depending on how you look at it.
Could have gone better.
Is there anybody to warn? Like we can't just witness that shit and don't do anything, right? Like we can't just record stuff. Like there must be like some musician making some kind of like policies around here, like protecting us from this shit, right? Like we're not just like looking at stuff. We're doing shit too, right?
That is not our department.
Is there a department that's like a little more combat ready?
Not at the Institute.
Is there a different institute that's like equipped to deal with whatever supernatural thing just tried to kill us?
She takes off her glasses and pinches the bridge of her nose. I don't have an answer for you.
Cool.
I'm sorry. But I'm glad you all made it back in one piece.
Seems like the answer is likewise.
You fucking hypocrites. How can you live like this? Like, you witness people's suffering and you don't do anything about it? You just record that shit into paper? And I can't believe that you don't feel anything about this. You don't have an answer? How long have you been working here? How long have you been looking for an answer?
Longer
I
and
can't
shorter than
believe
you
you.
think, but I wish I could do more, Swan.
Okay. That's the difference. That's better as an answer.
But we are one department tasked with research who are not equipped to do more than that. And I'm sorry that you had a difficult case.
Is it
Is
always like
useful, at
this?
least?
Is it always like this?
Theo, roll me a persuasion check.
Okay. I'll put a little intellect effort behind it. Try real hard, Theo. I'm spending a reroll. That was a 5.
Oh my god.
Oh, and he's actually trained in persuasion. I forgot about that. All right.
Of course he is, sweet boy.
12.
Usually they aren't that bad. As she's flipping through like the reports and like doing a brief glance. They're usually not that bad. But it isn't the first time something like this has happened.
When was the
Please.
last time?
She just shakes her head. Like she doesn't want to answer it. I think it'd be better if you didn't know. I'm gonna take the several days off. Take recuperation time.
Can you please tell us that what we're doing at least is useful? At least it can help us against this?
I think it's useful. Knowledge is a tool. Knowledge helps.
Okay.
I feel better equipped than I did 6 months ago.
Boss, this is... You didn't happen to run into the Bogo twins, did you?
Her eyes scrunch in confusion. No, why?
I think they might be made of rocks and you look like you got hit by rocks.
Theo, never change.
Aye, aye.
By the way, Elena, Layla was looking for you when I was on my way down.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted to talk to you if you had a minute.
Yeah, we'll meet up. It's kind of late. We're maybe thinking of winding down for the night, but I guess I'll stop by when I get a minute.
Yeah. All right. I'll see you back next week.
See you next week.
See you next week.
She puts together some papers, puts them in a bag, and puts another blanket over Jansel. And she'll leave.
As soon as Christine's gone, Layla's just like, sorry, not Layla.
Elena.
Elena's just got like, just a like death glare at her,
Fair.
and just like turns to the rest of the group and is just like, who put her in charge? Why is she in charge? This sucks.
I put her.
This is fucking hellish, dude. What's happening here?
Bro.
Why are we running this like a charity when the FBI and the CIA and everything on Earth should be like against this shit? Like,
Why
I'm
are we
going-
running it like a fight club? Did you see her?
I'm going
Do-
nuts.
Do you guys want to come over and watch some movies at my place tonight?
Absolutely. Can we order like 14 pizzas?
Yeah.
I'm still so hungry.
Is this like a Theo only invitation or like a Frank?
No, all of us.
Time to pick Jansel up and bring her home.
Yeah.
Cool.
Scoop.
I'm ordering the pizzas. I have like crazy websites with like so many coupons. Like,
Let's go,
we're going
let's
to
go,
get
let's go.
half of them free.
Elena, do you reach back out to Layla to meet up?
Yeah, I ask her if it's at evening, I'll ask her to meet me in like some diner nearby. If it's the morning, I'll ask her to meet me at a coffee shop.
Yeah, I'll say it's like the evening.
Alright.
Like it's your choice. She said she doesn't need to meet you right away, so like she's willing to work with your schedule, but she does say a nightcap at like a diner sounds pretty good.
Great. Yeah, I mean, I think maybe do we I have some thoughts on a stinger there, so maybe we do sort of our character wind ups and talk about the our little movie night and stuff
Yeah.
instead.
Yeah, definitely. And we can pick that up at the very end of the session. But yeah, tell me how y'all end the game with your little epilogues for this case.
I think Elena wants to get close to Jansel because Elena is terrified of her. And Elena has spent a lot of today just like being afraid and acting despite being afraid. And it worked out way better than she anticipated. And so she wants to try to understand her more and try to feel safer around her. So I think that her guard is still up in a way that it's not for everyone else. And it might not even be apparent. But I think that she like goes out of her way to be an inviting presence. I think that she's a little bit less bubbly and a little bit less like physically affectionate. But you know, like I think by the time movie night rolls around, you just see her like see it next to Jansel and just be like, so what kind of movies do you like?
I like musicals.
Really? I did not
Yes.
peg you as the musical type.
Originally, I went to school. Well, don't tell anyone this. I went to Juilliard.
Shit.
Of course.
Oh
Of course.
my god! Lore drop!
Bro. Okay.
The possession thing kind of distracted things, so I couldn't really do a lot of work with that after because, insomnia and all that. But yeah,
I mean, you've clearly demonstrated some powerful voice control today.
oh, thank you. Did I do the guttural thing?
Oh,
I
yeah.
did do the guttural. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you did.
I did forgot that I was watching the entire time. It's like, yeah. But yeah, I like musicals.
That was really the stuff of nightmares. Tell
I'm
me a
so
little bit about your
sorry.
tragic backstory.
Well, it started when I was 13. My parents moved to a haunted house. It started originally, it seemed to have been targeting my mother, and then my period started because that's how all this shit always starts. They target the young girl who has their period. And then it just started like ramping up. The ghosts were kind of friendly in the beginning, but then something just pinpointed me and it really liked my teenage rage. My parents are still alive and I still talk to them, so everything's good.
I'm so glad about that.
Mm-hmm.
I think everyone contributes a movie to the lineup, and Elena puts on Elena's choice is going to be The Emperor's New Groove. What's
Yes.
Jansel's movie for the night?
It is a musical. Sinners.
Hell
It is
yeah.
a musical.
Yeah, that's true.
Beautiful.
That famous opera, Sinners.
Gospel, opera. Yeah, they're the same for Black people.
I think Elena goes out of her way to just kind of like spend a bunch of time just kind of like giving people undivided attention throughout the night. But for the sake of brevity, when Elena rolls around rather, and just kind of like grabs and hugs Theo's arm, goes, "What movie you want to watch tonight?" What does he say?
Splash.
Oh,
It's a mermaid movie.
Oh no, Cleo.
Cleo!
We'll do it. We'll watch Splash.
I like mermaids.
How's your shoulder, bud?
Oh, it hurts really bad.
Yeah.
Which you know, that's I'll take that over, you know.
I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry I threw your knife in a haunted lake.
I mean,
But you did stab me with it, so I
It's
don't
just
feel
the-
like super bad, but like I'm still sorry.
it's the cost of doing business, you know?
Yeah, no, I you know, I think Theo for his part, he's probably uh he's probably just kind of very like, yeah, wants to hug everyone. So as long as they are comfortable with that, he will give everyone a hug and be like, oh, I'm so glad you didn't die, yay.
I will say
Same.
for Theo, at some point, either during the night or like early the next morning, as like to wrap up his little portion of the story, you get a text message from, I have to double check I got the name right, Kai's parents. And it just says, he's awake.
I think at that point, Theo does, so after Theo, because I think Theo is very affectionate with everyone, he's very happy everyone's safe, and I think after he gets that, whenever he goes home at some point, he turns the lights off in his house, in his apartment, puts himself in the bathroom with all the lights off, and turns on the water in his bathtub. And he just thinks, running from you kept me away from them. If I stop running, and stopping running got me back to them. If that's what it takes, I will do what I have to do to protect them. And if that means dealing with you, then you can have it. And he's just gonna let himself kind of soak in the bathtub. And then at some point, I think he will text back with the Kai's parents and just be like, where are they? Are they okay? Like,
You get the information, basically.
yeah. But I think that's kind of where Theo's at by the
I
end.
love that. Swan.
Swan is putting Soul, the Pixar or DreamWorks movie I forgot,
Mhm.
on the playlist because they need to believe in the power of a human soul right now, even even through death and horrible stuff. And Mare, if Swan drops a call to Naya, Aitor's sister, will they go to voice message or would she be able to pick up?
I will say if you give it a day, like it goes to voicemail at first, but it's not full. And like, but
Okay.
I think what you do though is like, after you leave the voicemail, you get a text message like, "Hey, sorry, big project, but I'll call you back later." And if you want to have a conversation with her, you can have a conversation with her.
I think I want to have a conversation with her.
Yeah. So at some point when she's not crammed with stuff, with her summer courses, she'll give you a call back. Hey,
Hey, how did the math test go?
I passed.
Cool. That's nice. Swan is. She can see that, but Swan is like on his monitor has like the WikiHow page open for how to bring out bad news to somebody.
Oh no.
and they're like scrolling
Oh, good.
and like for a second they're like stammering for words and like, you know what, I'm going to go off script, and they close the tab.
You don't have good news for me, do you?
No, I'm sorry, I don't have good news for you. No. What I can tell you is that we tried our best. I don't think the police can help you at all with this. It's something very, very, very much darker than anything they can handle. And I'm calling you because of two things. Two things I want you to know. The first one is that I think I told you before, but I really want you to know, to make sure that you know it. Aitor was constantly during this whole loop thinking of you. They were always thinking about connecting with you with like the podcast you liked or anything. They never forgot you, even if they got lost in their own stuff, in that dredged loop. And the other thing is, and I think Swan's voice is going to break a little bit. You can look at it for like kind of like ecosystem thing. These things in the dark, the fact that they are so horrible and that they come for us, it's because we're tasty. If they come for our minds, it's because we're smart, and if they come for our soul, it's because we shine. Aitor is lost, but it was because they were a brave soul, I think. It's because they shine. And the darkness hates everything that shines. But they shine till the end.
And Naya's very quiet. Thank you for trying.
It's my pleasure. And you know, if at some point you get stuck on any math problem, you know, you can just send me a DM and I'll solve it for you.
There's a very half-hearted laugh.
Yeah. Take care.
Click. Jansel, what does the end of this arc look like for her?
I think the only way that this can really end for her is for her to have a budding weird gay relationship type thing. Despite what the rest of her group thinks, she likes that bookstore bar. She had a good time despite the horrors. Um, so after their movie night, a couple days she's recuperating, she'll go back there. She'll talk to Ari, let her know, hey, I accidentally stabbed a friend. I watched the whole thing happen while my body was piloted.
Sounds rough.
It was. I feel very bad for Theo. And I almost ate one. I almost bit another friend too, but she twisted her ankle, so I guess I didn't push her. The fear did that to her, but I still feel bad.
She'll actually pour out that drink that she gave you the first time and hold it out to you on the house for your troubles.
I don't regret the trade. I'm not here to ask for try to trade for it back. I guess I have a question of how can I hone the calm to terrify a forest fire?
You think I have the answers?
I think you know a lot of things and you could point me into a direction. Or I'm just speaking out loud.
Let me think on it for a little bit and I'll give you an answer another day.
I'm allowed back another day.
Of course. It was an open invitation for you to come back, don't worry.
I really like this place. I know the rest of my friends get very unnerved, but I like the unnerving. It makes people honest.
Well, I look forward to you coming back. I'm going to take care of that customer down there, but I'll be back soon.
Of course. And she'll also look at some books and say hello to
Yeah.
the bookkeep. Just she wants to make sure that her face is known. She wants to be friendly.
Yeah, you are definitely known. All right. Pablo. This will be our last scene before we end, but you reach out to Layla.
I'm in an ankle cast. I did not twist my ankle. I did a worse thing that I don't know the name of because I don't know the names of those. It's like Tora ligament. I don't know. So it has obviously the party's fucking signatures of doodles and shit
Oh
on
yeah,
it.
absolutely.
I have it just on the table in the diner. And I'm just so they're telling me my insurance is going to be covering it retroactively, but I don't know that, right? I don't know that it's going to kick in retroactively. And so I don't want to just not get it taken care of, but
You've also
what
been
if
getting really random calls at times of night from the insurance company about this.
Yeah.
Outside working hours. It's been really weird.
It's really bad.
Well,
It's one of
yeah. Layla is listening to you and usually she's a little more put together, but she's really in just sweatpants, a sweatshirt. Her hair is pulled back, a little greasy. She looks really tired, bags under the eyes, tired and not peppy at all. And she's just listening to you complain about insurance because obviously fuck that shit. And she's just got her hands around a mug of coffee and she's just that sounds shitty.
Yeah, it's probably top 8 of my least favorite things about working here.
Yeah, speaking of that, I actually wanted to ask you something about the Institute since you've been there for a while.
Uh-huh.
You started working in HR. Then how long ago did you kind of start moonlighting?
A couple months.
And obviously I work in artifact storage, and you've seen all the paperwork, I'm sure, in HR. We have our artifact storage and the archives have the biggest turnover rate over, like, long term.
Revolving door.
Yeah. And since now you're senior, or besides your senior staff other than Christine, and she just, like, stops and, like, looks, like, off in the distance, off in the corner of the ceiling. Have you ever tried to quit?
No. Wait, this isn't where I thought this conversation was going. Why?
I've heard stories from some of the previous assistants saying they couldn't quit.
Like, addicted to the job, or, like, compelled not to quit?
Something creepy quit. And you know the manager of my department?
Mm-hmm.
She's still on payroll, right?
Mm-hmm.
She comes in every once in a while, but she's always on medical leave. Or at least that's what she says. And she'll come every once in a while and she looks absolutely terrible. And then by the end of the day, a day or two, she looks fine. And then when I try to ask her about it, she says, don't worry about it. And then, like clockwork, she's on medical leave again. And I don't see her for weeks. Hence why I've been running the department. And I was just wondering if you've ever tried to leave.
No. And it sounds like it wouldn't work.
And that's what I was afraid of.
Yeah, that limits our options.
Fuck.
But, okay. All right. Not the way I intended to have this conversation, but look. You retrain the new hires, right? I retrain the new hires. My department waste a bunch of fucking time with that shit.
Yeah.
All right, cards on the table. There's a group of us looking to start a union here. All right.
Damn.
This place, it's alive. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on, but I know that it needs us more than we need it. Even if we can't quit, we can at least make our time here matter.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Now, a couple of us here in the research assistant side of things, getting things started, but we need something more.
I can talk to the rest of the folks over in artifact storage.
All right.
I don't know how the more mundane departments are going to take this, but I think it will be pretty easy for our two departments.
I think that there's only two things that have ever worked when it comes to standing up to unknowable horrors. Love and numbers. I want to get the whole research, the whole institute on the same page, wall to wall, and then fade to black.
Yeah, let's go. I was not expecting the union part, but I'm here for it. All right.
You hear that, Amazon.twitch.tv? Fuck you. Fuck you and your union busting bullshit.
Yes.
All right. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for Magnus Archives production cycle. It's late. We're going to go around and say, hey, hi, howdy, who we are, where you can find us. And then I'm going to see if we can do a raid. But, hey, who wants to go first?
I'll close this out. All right. Oh man. My tummy hurts. Well, my name's MK. They, she pronouns. Played Theo, he, him. And man, what a fucking game. I am just thrilled to be here and be part of this. So, major props to my fellow players, to our kick-ass GM. Yeah. Check me out on, say hi, meghankaye.bsky. Hope to hear from you. Thank you.
I'll take the next one. I'm Younès. I played Swan Black. We both use VM pronouns, and it was an absolute pleasure and delight to be playing among you all. Lovely teammates, amazing GM, incredible tech people running everything so smoothly and doing incredible visuals. Shout out to Shippinets, my friend who made art for the characters. It's just so lovely. And thank you all the audience for being here. It was very, very cool to be able to show you everything we did for this game. Just one of my favorite, honestly. I had such a good time. Thank you so much. You can find me on Blue Sky. Please tell me if you liked anything we did. You should be able to find the links in the Twitch chat. Thank you so much. Kisses.
Howdy, y'all. I'm Paulo. I am very pleased with this whole experience. Thank you for including me in this story. I had such a good time. This group is just such delightful and chaotic energy, and Mare, you led us through the nightmares, and I wouldn't have had it any other way. Thank you.
And last but not least, the birthday girl.
Hello, my darlings and dears. It's your Madam Ava here, the birthday girl, the Queen Virgo. Happy 33rd to me. And thank you for Merv for letting me be scary. But you can find me anywhere at Madam Ava Couture, except for threads because they refuse to do threads, but I'm still on the hellscape known as Twitter because it makes me chuckle on occasion. Right now, you can find me over on my vacation home, the Fusca channel, on Saturdays for some D&D. Currently, my MILF Barbarian is not possessed. She is currently within her own body, so yay, progress. So see what happens over there this Saturday. And then you can catch me at my second vacation home, Folk and Myth, for some hunters. Our senior person died, and a bunch of newbies just met the creepy uncle from the barbecue. So we'll see what happens from that. Weird times all around. But happy Virgo season. Thank you for helping us reach our goal. And yay. Hail me, because I'm a delight. Over to Merg.
Hey, everybody. I'm going to keep this short because it's late and we got to get going. But I'm Mary. You can find me on all applicable social media at archmageofdice. Check our socials right now for upcoming games. We've got some Sword and Teas, Gate Night, a game of Urine Space and Everything's Fucked, where Mikyl describes the game as Anik stepping on his throat and him thanking her. And we're going to have a couple casting calls out soon. One is for a game of Fabula Ultima run by Phoenix 24FM, and if I can get my the casting call finished, I'll probably be running some one-shots in October to take place during the Horizons Calls time slot, because we will be off the entire month. In the meantime, we are going to go raid or roll D5, who is playing some Daggerheart. Have a wonderful night. We raised for $1,415 total between this game and the SummerSlam games for Doctors Without Borders, and thank you so much for getting us there, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Maybe we'll come back in the future for another 4-shot statement. I don't know yet. I would like to, but good night, everybody.